Metalheads, welcome back to Friday 13th YouTube channel. Thanks for subscribing. I've got an album review for you right now by a band called Voodoo Circle. Most of you guys up there probably heard of them. They're about to release their new album on the 15th of November this year. It's called Hail to the King. It's a fantastic, clear album. Now, this band started back in 2008. Originally known as Alex Broderick's Voodoo Circle, now they're just called Voodoo Circle. In this band would also feature Matt Sinner with the band Primal Fear, and he's also had his own band back in the day, which is still going, called Sinner. Alex is an amazing guitarist, and if you're a fan of John Sykes, Doug Aldrich, then you're in for a right treat. This guy is an absolute brilliant guitarist. He's very much like those two guys in style and playing. You can also see the reflections and influences of Yngwie Malmsteen and also Uli John Roth, two other great guitarists. Now, Alex was involved with a band called Silent Force. They released some albums for Massacre Records and later on AFM. Most of you have probably got those albums. It also featured the singer DC Cooper from Royal Hunt. Great band. If you don't know them, guys, check out Silent Force. Now, Voodoo Circle's music is very hard rock and blues, very influenced by early Whitesnake, a little bit of Yngwie Malmsteen, Deep Purple and Rainbow. All those combinations really worked well for this band. So the band recorded the debut album for AFM, which was called Voodoo Circle, and this was followed by Broken Heart Syndrome in 2011, then followed by More Than One Way's Home, Whisky Fingers, Raised on Rock, Locked and Loaded, and also the new album, like I say, Hail to the King. The band's debut album would feature Mel Gaynor, who was a fantastic drummer, as we all know, formerly with Simple Minds. And also the amazing singer from England, David Readman, who was with Pink Cream 69, and a fantastic singer, very hard rock blues vocals range. Now, I think this band have done some amazing albums, very, very strong. Like I say, very influenced by the hard rock blues of Deep Purple, Rainbow, and all those bands. Now, there's only one album that I wasn't too keen on, and that's because they changed the singer. David Readman left, and this was the album called Raised on Rock. Musically, it was a brilliant album, but I just didn't find the singer, Herbie Langhans, to be the most perfect singer to replace David. Don't get me wrong, he's a good singer as Herbie, but he didn't quite suit this band's music and style. He's now playing for the band Firewind, and that's where his vocal range is more suited. Now, it's really great to see the band make a comeback with this new album, Hail to the King. It's a fantastic follow-up to the last album, Locked and Loaded. That's when David came back to the band. On previous albums, drummer would be Francisco Gennaro, who was once with Udo Jolande, fantastic drummer, as well with Primal Fear and previous albums. So since the band recorded their last album, Matt Sinner's left the band due to health issues. Matt, if you're watching this, I hope you get better soon. So the current lineup would be David Readman on vocals, would have Alex Broderick on guitars, would have Alex Jensen on bass, and on drums would have Markus Kullmann, who's been with the band for a couple of albums now. Great drummer. So this album was produced by Alex, the guitarist. Now, Alex has been involved with previous albums alongside Matt Sinner. He knows exactly what he wants out of an album, the tone, the sound, the production. Fantastic album, this. It's got a real solid, crisp sound. And the album was recorded at Red Room Studios, also La Chat Studios and Empire Studios. And the mixing was done by none other than Arkham Kohler, who's worked with the band before. Great engineer and masterer. So this album comes with 12 songs. So I'm going to let you know with the song titles for this new album. We would open up with the song Lay Down Your Love, Let It Rock, On the Edge, Sweet Little Sister, Castles Made of Glass, Stand Your Ground, Black Country, Billy's Song, Stranger in the Night, All for One, Sound of the Eagles, and the last song is the title track, Hail to the King. So now I'm going to tell you what the songs are like, and if you've heard the band's previous albums, you know what to expect. A really solid hard rock blues album. Now, I've got to say, there's a real lot of Whitesnake in this music. It's just like the John Sykes and Doug Aldrich kind of guitar, and maybe Steve Vai as well, or Adrian Vandenberg, but it's very Whitesnake-y, kind of cross between the old Whitesnake and the 1987 Slip of the Tongue era. The Rainbow and the Deep Purple comes in really well with the harmonies, the keyboards, and David is one of the best English singers that's been around for some time now. He's very strong, very powerful, a lot of emotion in his vocals as well. So the opening track, Lay Down Your Lovin', this is a really good opening song. Very heavy blues, border on the line of hard rock metal, but it's very well put together. David's very strong emotional vocals on this song. And Alex's guitar playing is pretty much like a hummingbird. He just slides along, just plays fluently, kind of a bit like Uli John Roth. Next song is called Let It Rock. This is very much like Whitesnake's 1987. Pretty much most of the albums like that, to be fair, but 1987 is probably one of the best albums that Whitesnake's recorded, if you look at the heavier side of Whitesnake. I guess you could also say there's a little hint of Pink Cream 69 in there, which isn't surprisingly considered David's in the band. There's also a little hint of Pretty Maids in there, but more directed to the hard rock and blues of the 70s and early 80s. Let It Rock is a very, very catchy song. Now, the next song is called On the Edge. This is a little bit more laid back to the first two songs, but it's very well arranged. Some really strong vocals here by David. It's definitely something that sounds a little bit more towards Pink Cream 69's music. Now, there's one thing I really like about this band. The guitar playing and David's voice, they're really, really strong and powerful, and they work really well together. Next song, Sweet Little Sister. This is more the blues side of the band. As you can imagine, the song title pretty much says it all. This is very much old school Whitesnake, Come and Get It era. And so the next song is called Castle Made of Glass. This is a really cool song. It takes you back to the early Whitesnake, but it also reminds me a little bit of Led Zeppelin. I have to say this is one of the best albums that the band have created. Not one bad song on it. The production's absolutely brilliant. Some very powerful vocals there by David. Some beautiful guitar playing by Alex, and the rest of the rhythm section are doing a fantastic job. I'm going to give this album 5 out of 5. So now I'm going to tell you what songs to check out. Check out Lay Down Your Lovin', also On the Edge, another great song. Sweet Sister Blues, Castles Made of Glass, Black Country, Strangers in the Night, Sound of the Eagles. This is a really strong song, folks, so check this one out. And also the title track, Hail to the King. Like I said, if you are a fan of Voodoo Circle, Whitesnake, Deep Purple, Rainbow, Led Zeppelin, you've got a great album here, guys. It's one of the best albums to end the year. Voodoo Circle's new album, Hail to the King, is going to be released in November on AFM Records. Check it out. You can hear a song off this album and a link I'm going to leave for you. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and keep supporting metal, folks. Thank you.